Have you ever walked into your living room and suddenly felt overwhelmed, but couldn't quite put your finger on why? There's a certain restlessness that can settle in as the years go by, a vague discomfort that's easy to brush off as just getting older or a passing emotion. But sometimes that uneasy feeling isn't about your health or mood at all. Sometimes it's about your environment, the quiet, creeping clutter that accumulates with every passing year. As we age, we become curators of our own histories. The objects around us, each trinket, each stack of paper, each extra chair, become physical memories, tangible reminders of times gone by. Yet without us even noticing, these well-intentioned keepsakes can begin to crowd out the very peace and clarity we want most in our homes. Start with the furniture. It's easy to hold on to too many pieces, especially as the family grows and then shrinks again. The old armchair, the extra dining chairs, the side tables that once held a loved one's cup of tea, all seem too precious to part with. But slowly, these pieces begin to encroach on your space. Movement becomes a careful dance, and the open flow of a room is lost to a collection of once important, now overbearing items. The result isn't just a crowded room. It's a space that feels heavy, where every piece you keep is something you have to step around, dust, and manage. Then there's the decor, the faded floral curtains, the paintings that have lost their spark, the figurines and vases that suited a different era. These things, lovingly chosen or perhaps gifted long ago, can feel out of step with your present self. Instead of inspiring comfort, the old decor can create a sense of being stuck in someone else's story. Updating your surroundings doesn't mean forgetting the past. It means giving your present the room to breathe. On to the paper pileup, the silent invader. In every drawer and cabinet, old receipts, utility bills, medical forms, greeting cards, and warranties, just in case you need them someday. But those stacks rarely get revisited, and over time, they become a source of background anxiety. Every time you open a drawer and see the mess, your mind registers yet another unfinished task. Clearing out old papers can be freeing, a simple act that restores order and clears mental clutter too. The medicine cabinet is another quiet culprit. Expired prescriptions, half-used ointments, duplicate bottles of vitamins, these linger long after their usefulness is gone. Not only do they take up valuable space, but they can also pose risks if accidentally used. Clearing out the medicine cabinet is a small project with big rewards, making daily routines safer and more straightforward. The kitchen counter, once a space for creativity and connection, can become a battleground of appliances and utensils. Coffee makers, toasters, blenders, decorative jars, and gadgets all compete for space. Instead of inviting you to cook or gather, the cluttered counter can make the kitchen feel chaotic and overwhelming. Paring down to just the items you truly use can transform the space, making it a joy to prepare a meal or share a cup of tea. Magazine and newspaper hoarding is another sneaky source of clutter. Stacks of old issues, saved for articles you meant to read, or recipes you might try, quickly become dust collectors. These piles can grow out of sight and out of mind, but they still take up valuable space. Letting them go, recycling, or donating can lift a surprising weight from your home and mind. In the bathroom, unused shampoos, lotions, mismatched towels, and baskets from decades past all accumulate. What was once a soothing retreat can start to feel cramped and dated. Clearing out products you no longer use, replacing worn linens, and simplifying storage can help return your bathroom to a place of comfort and renewal. Your closet may hold the biggest surprises of all. Clothes that haven't been worn in years, shoes that no longer fit, outfits saved for occasions that never come. It's easy to keep things just in case, but over time, these unworn items crowd out the clothes you actually want to wear. Donating or discarding what no longer serves you creates space for the wardrobe you love and makes getting dressed a pleasure, not a chore. Gift guilt clutter is a common challenge. We all keep items we never liked or needed simply because they were gifts from someone dear. But holding on to these out of obligation only adds to the clutter and weighs down your home with things that don't bring joy. It's okay to honor the memory and still let go of the object. Your space should reflect your tastes and needs, not your guilt. Outdated technology is another source of slow-growing clutter. Old phones, tangled chargers, DVD players, and remote controls all gather dust in drawers and cabinets. These relics of past upgrades rarely serve any purpose, yet we hesitate to part with them. Letting them go can be a liberating act, clearing the way for new technology and more functional space. Walls can also become overloaded. Too many framed photos, plaques, or inspirational quotes. What starts as a gallery of memories can quickly tip into visual chaos, making your home feel more like a museum than a sanctuary. Choosing a few cherished pieces and rotating them can keep your walls meaningful without overwhelming the senses. Unused hobby supplies are another hidden culprit. Yarn from an old knitting phase, painting supplies from a brief burst of creativity. These take up prime storage space, waiting for inspiration that might never return. Passing these materials on to someone who will use them can be a generous act, and it reclaims space for new pursuits or simple calm. The garage or storeroom often becomes the final resting place for broken appliances, leftover furniture, and unopened boxes from moves long past. These forgotten items can accumulate to the point where the space is no longer usable. Tackling this clutter, even a little at a time, can restore these areas to their intended purpose and reduce a huge source of stress. Mismatched storage bins, meant to organize, often become clutter themselves when they fill with odds and ends and are then forgotten. Sorting through these bins and consolidating what you actually use can reveal lost treasures and free up space. The nostalgia nesting instinct is powerful, holding on to childhood mementos, old yearbooks, or souvenirs from travels. But when these objects take over shelves and corners, they can keep you anchored in the past rather than supporting your life today. Finally, duplicated kitchenware, dozens of mugs, pans, and utensils kept just in case can crowd your cabinets and complicate cooking. Reducing to a manageable number of favorites can make your kitchen feel open and inviting again. Clutter, especially after 60, is more than just stuff. It's a silent thief of peace and clarity. But decluttering isn't about erasing the past. It's about honoring it by choosing what deserves a place in your future. Your home should reflect your wisdom and your joys, not your worries. By taking small steps to clear away the clutter, you're not just making space, you're making a powerful statement of self-love, choosing to surround yourself with only what supports and inspires you. Ask yourself, which of these silent culprits are stealing your serenity? Because the greatest gift you can give yourself at any age is a home that feels like a true sanctuary, calm, joyful, and unmistakably yours.